Am I the a-hole for refrigerating my Milanos? To say I, 29 female, love Milanos would be an understatement. They are my absolute favorite, my comfort food. After years of eating them, I eventually discovered that I like them best refrigerated. Being able to bite into them just makes them taste better to me. It's a texture thing. Kind of weird, I suppose, but it's just how I like them. It's not, however, how my husband, 31, likes them. He always tells me that I shouldn't refrigerate them, that they're cookies. They're not meant to be refrigerated. Every day, I find that he's taken them out of the refrigerator. This is annoying because again, these are my favorite snack. I will eat them almost every day, whereas he will only eat them on occasion. I have tried buying him his own separate Milanos, but that doesn't stop him from taking mine out of the fridge. He just doesn't want to see him there, and nothing I say to him seems to convince him otherwise. We've been fighting on and off about this for a while, and it came to a head recently. He's telling me to just stop it, and I don't know what to do at this point. Am I the a-hole for continuing to put them in the refrigerator? Too long didn't read. My husband and I keep moving the Milanos in and out of the fridge, and we're both getting on each other's nerves. Top comments. Here's a comment from Krakow Pot. Not the a-hole. The fact that even when you get separate bags of cookies, he still insists on taking yours out means that he is being a weirdo control freak about this. Does he start power struggles about a lot of other things? Another comment from Storybook Nelson. Can people not just respect each other for like 5 seconds? Sometimes I think I'm not a great person, but then I read stories like this. Not the a-hole. Here's another comment from We Evil Season. Right? Whenever I read stories like this where one person is just being an absolute dick to the other for no reason, it always makes me wonder about the rest of their marriage. Some problems are more difficult to come to a solution. Like if one person is really outgoing and socializing recharges them, and their partner is more introverted and needs quiet to recharge. A lot of the time, there is no one right answer. You just have to come up with a compromise that both people are happy with. No one is wrong for being extroverted, and no one is wrong for being introverted. Here, there is a perfectly good solution. One box in the fridge and one in the cupboard. I swear some people fight just for the joy they get from it. In this case, the husband. You are definitely not the a-hole. What's your husband like the rest of the time, Opie? Next story. Am I the a-hole for treating my stepdaughter like a baby? I truly have no idea if I'm in the wrong here or not. I am 39 female, and my stepdaughter, May, 20, recently came to live with me and my husband, 38. She moved to the States to live with her boyfriend, but the relationship didn't work, so she came to live with us. She was raised in another country, and her mom wouldn't let her stay here for long periods of time, so I never got the chance to actually get close to her until now, but we always got along well. Now on to the issue. My husband and her are not that close, and my husband travels a lot because of work. I work from home, so obviously get to spend more time with her. She's not staying here for free. She helps with some bills, food, and whatever she can. I have my own opinion on this, but not my child, and she doesn't seem to care about it. But as I said, I do spend time with her and we grew kinda close. Just like her, I also moved to the States when I was young, and I know I was scared and felt alone. May has mentioned this too, plus her breakup. She also has a few mental issues. It's obviously been hard on her, so I try to be understanding, but my husband thinks I'm too soft on her. It all got worse 2 days ago when May got sick. I had to pick her up from work because she didn't feel safe driving herself home, which I find a very responsible choice. Before picking her up, I made her bed so she could just come home and rest. I never do this, but she had left in a hurry that morning and she was sick. No, it's not the virus. She was really thankful for it, and it literally took me less than 10 minutes. I have also been keeping an eye on her as she really doesn't feel good. When I told my husband about this, he flipped out. He started screaming about how I need to stop treating May as a baby, how she is an adult that should be able to take care of herself, how she only has a stomach bug, and how I'm too soft on her. Again, Making her bed took less than 10 minutes. Having to pick her up didn't interrupt my day in any way. He is really upset at me and has barely been talking to me or her. I don't feel like I did anything real bad, but he is her dad and maybe I am stepping up too much. At this point, I really don't know. Am I the a-hole? Here are some comments. From Sage Ho, not the a-hole. Next time, hubby dearest falls ill and asks you to help change sheets and stuff, yell at him. You're an adult and not a baby. Pull an Uno reverse on his ass. Let's see how he likes that. Another comment. What OP did was not required, but was kind. I'd hope someone else would do the same for me if I was feeling very ill. Not the a-hole. Here's a comment from Chance Ed 9952. I got really sick and had my mom fly in to stay with me even though I was in my 40s and had a teenager and a partner. She ran errands, did laundry, made my bed, cooked for me, and just was there for me. Sometimes you just want to be cared for when you're sick. It makes you feel better and cared for, loved. Dad is an a-hole, not the a-hole. Am I the a-hole for leaving my husband at home on my birthday after he worked all day? So, I'm really not sure if I'm the asshole and overreacting. My husband, 26, and I, 25, have this tradition with birthdays. When we met, we both started taking the day off on our birthdays. We usually take this day to have time alone. We have a party or something with friends another day, and we drive to another city and explore this city. We often try out new restaurants on this day for going to the spa. We both are very involved in our work, so it's not often time for us to be alone and stress-free. At the end of last year, I had some medical stuff going on and I had a lot of pain, so I told my husband how I'm looking forward to my birthday, which was yesterday. He agreed and also admitted that he had very little time due to his work and that he wants to change that. On day before my birthday, he told me that he had forgotten to take a day off. He said that he now has 2 meetings he can change and it's not possible for him to not attend. I was really sad, but I thought that we still had the evening. I booked some movie tickets and told him that. He said that we will go to a restaurant before and that it will be fine. I waited for him to come home so we could go, but it's 1 hour away from the movie start and he didn't show up. I called him but no answer. So I called my friends, told them I had 1 ticket free and they agreed to meet me there and that we will go out afterwards. This lightened my mood. When I was going to my car, my husband showed up. It's only 30 minutes before the movie starts, and I asked him how we supposed to have dinner and why he is so late. He didn't say sorry, and we argued. I just left him there and he stayed home. Today he said that I act like a spoiled brat and that birthdays aren't so important. He takes this year the whole week off when it's his birthday, and we have this tradition to explore and eating at a restaurant since we know each other. My friend supported me but thought that I was too harsh and he is really pissed. Added, in our country, you can take minimum 28 days off and by his job it's 31 days, so it's not a problem to take 1 day off. And I know that birthdays aren't that important, that we aren't children anymore, but it's about the effort thing and our tradition that made my heart heavy and was the reason I got so angry. Top comments. Here's a comment from Federal Scallion 627. Not the a-hole. It's not as much about your birthday, but more about the blatant disrespect in the way your husband handled it. You made plans, he stood you up, no phone call or text to say if he was late or even coming at all. And he didn't apologize. I'm glad you still went to the movies with your friend and I hope it ended up being a fun birthday in the moment. Here's another comment from Christine MFM84. Yes, this. Not the a-hole. It sucks your husband said he couldn't get off, which was bad planning on his part, but then he said he'd get home for dinner and the movie and blew you off. He completely disrespected you. Here's another comment from Love Me a Long Time. Your husband could have communicated that he was running late, but he didn't, and he didn't respond to you. You took action to save the last few hours of your birthday, and your husband is pouting. He should have been apologizing all over the place and trying to make it up to you, but instead, he is pouting and digging in. telling you that birthdays aren't that important, or whatever, when you say he takes a whole week to celebrate his? OP, I am so very sorry. Not the a-hole.